Hey guys, my name is Golden Blackhawk, and it's been a while since I've uploaded anything, and I'll get around to why my face is all messed up here with all of these scratches and stuff and scars in a second. But it's been about I don't even know when the last time I uploaded a video was. I believe it was somewhere around the 26th or something, but a couple days after that, Saturday, like a week ago, Saturday the 28th, I believe it was, I was in a car crash and I was the only injury. Luckily, nobody else was injured. The driver was fine. I was in the passenger seat. Um, the other driver was fine. Now, I have all the cuts and scratches on my face from the glass because when the window broke, the airbag went off and pushed it all into my face. Which is why, if you follow me on Twitter, you saw that I was still picking bits of glass out from under my skin for once they released me from the hospital. So basically, what happened was we were turning in an intersection. Our light was green, obviously, and somebody had run the red light right as we were turning. They were going about 50, and we were just on a slow turn. So they T-boned us. We were in a two-door coupe, and they had a big SUV. So luckily, there were paramedics in the vehicle behind us, so they responded right away. I never lost consciousness, which is good for obvious reasons. But it's funny because when I was being pulled out of the vehicle, or before I was pulled out of the vehicle, I heard one of the paramedics talking, and he said, after he checked on me to make sure I was still conscious and I didn't forget anything, but I had heard him turn to his partner and say, "Look at the door. How the hell is he still alive?" Because apparently there was a foot of penetration from the door into my side, which should have killed me. But luckily, I guess I wasn't in a good position for it to fatally kill me. I don't know. But anyway, luckily, I survived with minimal injuries. I don't know how. I was leaning against the door when it happened, so it hit my arm first, but my arm only got sprained. And then after that, I guess it hit my side, obviously, which is why I have 6 fractured ribs. So luckily, one rib didn't get fractured. One rib survived. And my left side is mostly fine except for some bruises. I was hospitalized for about 6 days, and that's why and I got out on the second. Let me check. Yeah, the second of this month. Got out of the hospital, and I've been recovering at home since then. So that's why I haven't been able to, and I don't have a computer at home, and that's why I haven't been able to upload anything, or come into the office and schedule any uploads of videos that I've already had finished. So besides that, my injuries were, for those of you who don't follow me on Twitter and all that, I have 6 fractured ribs at this moment. They're healing very well. I have pain meds, obviously, so I don't topple over in pain. I have a sprained elbow, and I don't know if you can see that, but this dark spot you can't really see that too well on the camera or on the webcam, but this all along here is just bruised, and some bruises around here and on my legs. Luckily, my legs were fine, and I didn't need any surgery. And other than that, I had a small skull fracture, and it was so small it was almost not worth mentioning. The doctor said, quote, so it healed on its own very fast in the hospital. I haven't had any dizziness I think they said I had a concussion, but it had gone away in the 6 days that I was in the hospital. Other than that, I had a punctured lung, and that was probably the biggest injury, because my lung had collapsed, or had begun to collapse entirely. I don't know what entirely entails, but it had begun to collapse. But the doctors got it, and they cut a hole in my side and inserted a tube. And little hospital story, gore warning, I guess, if you're a little squeamish about these things. Um, they, I was completely awake when they did it, so they just had like local anesthetic, uh, to numb the area they were cutting the hole and putting the tube in. So, what they had done was the surgeon had cut a inch and a half long or wide hole in my side and fed a tube through, and only to find out that the tube and the nozzle, that connected it to the machine that would, reinflate my lung and drain all the fluids, that were going into my lung, the nozzle was too big on that tube. So, and they didn't have a connector that fit it. So, what they had to do was he had to take out the big tube and put in a smaller tube into the big hole. So, I have now at the time I had a big hole with a tiny tube in it. And yes, I could make so many innuendos and puns about that, but that's just how it was in my side. And that didn't heal very well. So I have, it healed kind of awkwardly because they didn't suture it, they didn't sew it shut, they didn't stitch it, and they didn't do any. They just put a patch over it. They literally just, it's literally like my forehead. I have, I had a lack on my forehead, so I have 6 stitches under this Band-Aid that I have to replace every day because I shower and stuff. But yeah. So they literally just, I had a big open inch and a half long or wide hole in my side that wasn't like sealed. So they, it's healing awkwardly now. Half of it closed completely, and the other half of it's like, I don't know, but it's fine. It's not bleeding. It's not infected. None of my cuts or anything were infected. My phone just finished updating. Well, anyway, point is, that was the extent of my injuries. As for how recovery is going, it's going very well, I assure all of you, and it'll only get better from here, I'm sure. Right now, I do have some pain in my side. My elbow is still sprained. I can't fully extend my arm like I can this one. So, this is, and it's the only reason that I haven't, or one of the few reasons that I haven't been coming into the office while on my pain meds is because, one, they make me really sleepy, and 2, I couldn't, no matter how hard I tried, it was so difficult to put on a shirt. That's literally one of the few reasons I didn't come in sooner, is that, well, obviously, that's a little disregard of my own, like, personal care, just because coming in obviously could risk injury or something with all that's going on in the office. But besides that, I just yeah, I just have to recover. I'm already losing my breath as I get to this part, where I because I had a collapsed lung, and because my ribs are still fractured and healing, it hurts to breathe. So therefore, if I try to talk for long periods of time, then I start to lose my breath and get really short on breath and get kind of lightheaded, like I am now. So this is getting a little hard to do. So I think that's where I'm gonna have to end the video. But this was just a little update on why I haven't been uploading or doing anything on YouTube for the past few weeks, or a couple weeks. We're going on a couple weeks, I guess. But thank you all for understanding, and I will get back into it as soon as possible. Right now, it's just very difficult to do anything, like, recording-wise, and just, Walking is also a chore, like getting drinks and stuff. It's just getting up to get water at in my house obviously is just a pain, and when I'm laying down, the hardest part is getting up. So I think I'm healing pretty well, and I'll be back into it relatively quickly. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for understanding, and I will see you guys hopefully soon. So don't worry about me. All the recovery is going fine, and I am in good hands with all my wonderful friends, my lovely girlfriend. So thank you all so much for sticking around. Thanks.